It's just the smooth guitar that just cuts through all the noise, you know. Welcome to Butt Stuff, everybody. This is Butt Stuff. We're your premier Sunday morning podcast happening on a Sunday afternoon today.
How's everybody doing?
Doing good. I'm your host, DJ Blake, along with my cohorts here. Ed, how are you doing?
Fantastic.
And Jim, broadcasting from home today. On the flat screen. We got you a little bit closer though, so hopefully all of our lovely viewers can see a little bit better and get a little bit more of the gym experience that everybody clamors for. You know, people have been clamoring for the gym experience.
I've heard that. I've also heard them clamor for the Ian Lewis experience. At least Paul, anyway. Paul is here.
True. I've been getting messages. Yeah.
It is. We gotta get him down here.
Yeah.
We gotta figure it out. What's it called? Jim, we're doing a weekend update.
A weekend update?
Oh, I was talking about the news, but yeah, that fucking sucks.
Jim's News Corner? Baked beans cans.
What's a can opener? $50.
Imagine the gas you'd have after doing those drugs. Am I right, guys?
Dude, I watched. I was trying to get my mom hates Seinfeld, right? It's a point of contention for us.
Yeah, it's not all right.
She hates it, dude. Okay, so I think it must date back to like when it was coming out, and I know that my dad absolutely loved Seinfeld, right? And would always watch it. It was always on the TV. And I'm sure it was just one of those things where she was like, "Can we not watch this?" Like she just got so sick of it because a bunch of dudes just trying to get pussy for like half an hour, you know. But it was just mad funny because I put on the one where Kramer's taking like Susan's parents around on the horse and carriage. And he feeds them beefaroni or whatever before.
Yeah.
And some like she was like frowning the entire time, like actively trying to frown, and then she would just always just break. She would crack at least 2 or 3 times an episode. It's so like it's shot perfectly cheesy. It is.
It is. It's absolutely one of the best. You know.
Yeah. Or it's just like they have like the red light. It's like Kramer's peeking out with the red light coming out of his room, and they're like, "It's a Disco Biscuits concert."
Kenny Rogers Roasters.
Yeah.
Speaking of roasters, I'm going to be giving a pizza tutorial.
Yeah, what do we have here?
At one point in the podcast to treat your eyes to. I made some cheesy dippers for everyone, courtesy of the Foodheim cookbook.
What's everyone except Jim, though, right?
Yes, everyone except.
Dude, hold on. We should feed him like. I know.
We will. It'll be worth it, though, I think. All right, Jim. Nom, 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 nom. It did, yeah.
Now, what is the sauce here?
Call me mid-blade, I apologize. Basically, though, when you're cooking Italian food, I'm sorry, was that Jim? I made the dough last night. We got about not quite 24 hours on the dough, but let it ferment overnight. Probably more like 20, 22 hours. But one of my philosophies is when you're cooking Italian food, keep it simple. Just use the best ingredients you can. Get yourself a
Dean Martin album, a Frank
Dean
Sinatra
Martin.
maybe.
mhm.
Throw it on there.
But the whole gist of this dish here is the cheesy dippers. You're gonna want to use a real nice mozzarella, real good one, and the sauce is just some olive oil, salt, garlic, and tomatoes. And you're gonna want to use your when you're picking your tomatoes for your sauce. You're gonna want to get a tomato that says DOP on the label there, and it's hard to pronounce in Italian, but it stands
No.
for. It comes from the tomatoes were grown in a region of Italy where the tomatoes were growing in the shadows of Mount Vesuvius. So they're the
Wait, where were the tomatoes growing?
in the shadows of Mount Vesuvius. So that's
So
where you get the good ones.
they grow in the darkness.
Yeah, they grow in the darkness. They thrive there. But yeah, look for your DOP label there. You're gonna want to get just your best. Let the ingredients really speak for themselves, But anyway, we have some cheesy dippers here. If you guys want some more info, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. We'll give you some cooking tips here.
Or come on over, occupy one of these seats, and let TJ cook for you from the what is it cookbook?
From the Foodheim.
The Foodheim cookbook.
Eric Wareheim. But to make this recipe, what you're going to do is you're going to heat up a cast iron skillet in an oven, your home oven, as hot as it can go, and then you're going to take it out, throw some olive oil in there, and then throw your dough in. Make sure your dough has been sitting for at least an hour out at room temperature, if not a little bit longer. Then you're going to hear a little bit of a sizzle. Then you're going to paint some garlic butter on the dough specifically, and then you're going to throw some mozzarella cheese on top. Make sure you get some in the edges so you get that nice crispy edge to the cheese like you get when you're getting breadsticks from one of the good chains or something like that. But and then just bake it for 8 minutes, and you'll have yourself quite a delicious treat before your meal.
It's damn good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I wish you could be here to try some, Jim.
Yeah.
We'll make some for you sometime else.
So, what was the what were the headlines that you came across?
Fourth time winning a major lottery?
Well, once you crack the code, wouldn't you want to push it as far as you can? If the return on investment is so high, like he's just like, oh, I'll just keep doing it. Like, why wouldn't you? You got all the money in the world. You might as well keep buying fucking lottery tickets.
I mean, to be honest, too, at a certain point, you would think like I've won 3 times. Then you won your 4th. You're like, I'm just gonna win it once every 10 years. Like, why not just keep going?
Plus, like, if you think about it like this, like, what if he's trying to be like the Tom Brady of lottery winners? Because there's a lot of time in the future. People are going to crack this thing. There's going to be scams. It's going to be the big thing. So you want to get as many winnings and as many like jackpots as possible, so that you're setting the record books.
Yeah, very true.
Trying to Joey Chestnut this thing.
I mean, also too, it doesn't say whether he how many tickets. Does it say how many tickets a week he was buying? Because if you're buying your 1 ticket a week and being like, oh, I won again, nice. But if you're at the point where you're addicted to it and you're like, all right, I gotta win again. So you spend your last 100,000 on lottery tickets, and then it just so happens to hit for you, and you're like, okay, good. Another 3 years before I can gotta win the lottery again.
This is the guy that wrote the book, right? Oh, he was playing Scratchers?
$5 ticket, jeez.
Oh, that changes everything for me. That's just a gambling addiction.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. $1 million off of a scratch off. I mean, I guess it is more fun than your regular lottery ticket.
He said that. Yeah.
You ever hear about the stories about the people who like I remember hearing one about a guy that like figured out that if you forget exactly what the rules were, but it was like
If
a
you,
lottery where
the
uh
probability to win was actually cheaper than, or excuse me, buying as many tickets for the probability to win was cheaper than the jackpot.
yeah, so like he started a fund where he's just like, yeah, everybody like just in his town being like, all right, everybody throw me money, I'll buy tickets and then we'll just all win and then split the money. And then he did that for
Proportionally,
like 10 years or something like that before they were like, all right, we're changing the rules.
dude, that's just literal Robin Hood.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I think that guy, before he did that, I think he bought them. Like he would get like 4 or 5 of his friends, and they would just buy as many lottery tickets as they possibly could each, and then
Mhm.
they just all just dump them out, and then just like sift through them, and fucking like after the call, and then they find them all, and then just like, dude, it's fucking crazy. There's also a guy, I think it was a Florida man. A Florida man did a similar thing, and I think he won it 7 or 8 times. It wasn't all jackpots though. Like he would like, hold on, I wish I had it up, but like, yeah, dude. I don't know. Like, what would be the first thing you would do if you won a jackpot like with that money?
I'm getting a lawyer myself
A lawyer for what?
for figure out the legalities of the lottery. Yeah. Lawyer
Well,
and a gun.
the players definitely do it anonymously, right?
Yeah, some states don't let you go anonymous. Like they make you announce who you are.
They make you take a picture with the big check.
I saw some guy recently who accepted a lottery jackpot who wore like a mask on the local
Did
news
they
or
say his
whatever.
name?
I don't remember. Let me see.
Yeah, that would be like the worst thing ever.
Let's see
Oh
here.
shit! Really?
Yikes.
It's wild.
Yeah, this so no, sorry, I totally interrupted. For tortoises, man, some of those tortoises, man. Imagine. uh, Yeah. So, how old was this most recent one? 190. So, if you think about it, he was born in 1830. Something like that. Yeah. Imagine seeing the Civil War as a tortoise. Maybe. Do you guys dream black and white? Or do you dream in color?
She dreams in color. She dreams. She can't find a better man. No, I've never. My mom dreams in black and white. But like, dude, you ever think that like you ever have a dream that's like a series of dreams, like that sometimes you drop right back in and pick up at like the next episode?
Oh no, I've never had that happen.
You've never had like a dream that was like the same setting, the same theme, the same thing. No, I have those too. I have dreams that are the same every single time.
Yeah, I have dreams that are exactly the same, but not where they're in like the same setting and the same type of thing is happening.
Yeah. Okay. So you've never like. Dang, how much do I want to let you guys in? Like okay, so like you ever fall asleep of a dream before like a result, or not fall asleep, wake up in the middle of a dream like before anything is resolved,
Oh yeah.
and then like you can go like right back into it, like drop right back into it if you fall asleep like later, like within the hour or something like that. Does that
Oh
happen?
no, I've never had that happen
Get the fuck
before.
out of here, really?
Yeah, I've had it happen where I wake up in the dream and think I'm awake, but I'm not. You ever have that? That's a trip. I used to have dreams where my alarm would go off and I would wake up and check my phone and I would be like, it's like 2 in the morning. Why did my alarm go off? And then go back to sleep and wake up again and then look at my phone and it's completely different time. Be like noon and be like, what is going on? And then I eventually just figure it out in my head of like,
Oh, daylight savings.
wait, this is a dream. This I'm not actually like I should wake up and actually check what time it is and then think I did it again and I
Dude, that's the worst.
didn't.
The worst is also like having audio just come in through like cut through your fucking like into your
Into your
dream
dream from
from real
outside.
life.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
had that happen before.
dude, it's wild. I've had whole conversations with people while I'm sleeping.
I had one dream where I was, Jim and I grew up in the same neighborhood, and I had a dream where I was at Jim's house, and someone was ringing my doorbell, and I, in the dream, was like, "Ah, I gotta go answer the door. What a pain in the ass. And I was like, wait a second, Jim doesn't have a doorbell. And then woke up and like ran to the door.
That's like the silliest thing to realize that you're in a lucid dream.
Yeah, yeah. Wake myself up out of it.
Wait a minute, that's like a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah. I wake up and go to the door and somebody shoots me in the head.
Dude, I've had dreams where it's so crazy. Like a series of dreams I had is just this guy hunting me with like a bow and arrow.
Like the guy from Jumanji.
Something like that.
Well, that sounds awful, but great at the same time.
And I don't remember why, but like every car that I was driving was like a fucking convertible. So this is just like horror fuel, you know what I mean? You just got to take like a fucking limousine ride in Dallas.
How
And
come
just,
these goddamn cars have tops on them?
you got like, dude, I don't know. It was like so scary too because it would just come out of nowhere. Like you couldn't hear it, you couldn't figure out where it was. The guy must have been 100 yards out if he was 1,000, you know?
Yeah.
Uh,
Craziness.
but
That's terrifying, though. You're right.
Yeah, I always have the same dream where my teeth fall out. And I know I've talked about it before on here, but like I just wiggle a tooth and it falls out, and I'm like, "Oh no, I'm falling apart here!"
Yeah, I've had.
And then I wiggle the next one, and I'm like, "That's not good," and it falls out. And then I go just on to the next one, just through all my teeth. I'm like, "Ah!"
Those are the funniest ones. Those are the funniest ones because you wake up and you're like, why would I just keep pulling them out? Like, why wouldn't I just stop doing that?
I actually looked up the meaning of the dream, right? So,
Yeah.
I Google it, and it means you're a piece of shit. No, no, it means like it means you're worried about like aging and that you're a vain fuck or something like that.
Interesting.
Or you're worried about definitely your teeth, or you got you're holding on to it like you wanna say something that you're not saying.
Mhm. Interesting. Wow.
That's what
Wow.
I gotta say on there. Do you ever like hear somebody's dream? Like my mom will tell me about a dream that she had, and I'll be like, "Yo, that's like what it's trying to say is you got to do this." Like you know what I mean? Like I try and interpret people's dreams. It's
Mhm.
mad fun. It's like a little psychology puzzle. Do you ever do that?
So here's an interesting question. Do you guys think that every dream you have has meaning behind it, or do you believe that you have dreams that just don't mean anything and they're just random firings of your synapses
Okay, so for the
firing
longest
into the
time
universe?
when I was a kid, I would have these crazy deja vus, and I'd remember I had a dream. I'd wake up and I'd be like, "Oh, that was fucking weird. That was real life." And then like later on, I'd have like that exact moment happen or something like that. It would be like a crazy deja vu thing, or I'd be in the same setting. And now maybe it's because I had a very like set schedule, you know.
Hmm.
So like it would be the same things at the same times, like preschool shit like that. School, it was always the same pattern. But like it would just be like weird thing. Like sometimes, like if I was like, it'd be like I'm talking to a girl that I had a crush on, in, like elementary school. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I would have that dream, and then like it'd be like, oh fuck, and it would go exactly like as shittily as like I don't know. It was crazy. I don't know, man. I think dreams are uh like that's you guys ever like look into like Carl Jung? You know Carl Jung or Young? I think it's a soft J. He has a big there's this
The plumber?
no he has this he has this big book of like dream interpretations because like what he would do is he would like sit down and just like talk to people about dreams forever and shit.
Hmm.
And like there's this one kind of dream is like it's called a farewell dream, and he studied this, and it's like this phenomena where like people who are like very close but could be like states away.
Hmm.
And he was just in America, so it was states, countries away sometimes, I guess. Like somebody would die, and then the person like this is like Civil War times, like they were like they only know because they have the letters and the diaries and shit like that. That's the only way they could track it. But this
Hmm.
guy wrote in a diary that he had a dream that like you know so and so really close to him passed away, and he found out that on that exact day of the journal entry she passed away or whatever. And like there's like all these little examples from history when that like happens, and it's like he came up with like it's like a farewell or whatever is what they call it. And like I actually had not like I think it's just like kind of I mean maybe it's like stuff that you like okay when my grandma was ill, right? I had a dream that like I had a dream that she was in the hospital like dying, and I woke up and like I was here and I called my mom and I was just like, "Where's grandma? Are you okay? Like, is everybody okay?" And she's like, "We're in the hospital." And I was like, "Fuck!" And then like I just like drove down there, and that was bananas. But like she was ill for like a little bit before that, but there's definitely something to it. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like I think we did a pod early on about like little synchronicities.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think that like dreams are a big part of that. I don't know. Dreams are fucking crazy.
What about you, Jim? You think that every dream has is correlated to something, or do you ever have dreams that
They're
just don't
bullshit
mean
dreams.
anything?
They're definitely just bullshit dreams. Yeah.
True. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Sunoco does have good fried chicken though.
What'd I do?
I was just in jail. Come on, guys. That's a funny one. Yeah, dreams are crazy.
Wait,
Yeah.
so wait, I missed the part. Like, what did I was just like, oh, this is bad. Like, what did was I going to jail?
That was the point of it.
I'm not going to jail, right, Jim? Yes. I'll bail you out, buddy. Dude, yeah.
And the course. Oh, sorry.
The craziest dream I ever had was like when I was I was doing the Euro trip there with Eric. We were like in Paris or something like that, and it was like crazy because it like you said, like anytime you're someplace you're not usually going, or not usually are, you have like the craziest dreams. And like I had this dream that I was just like flying like over the world. And it was like so real, so vivid, and it was like I knew I was dreaming. It was like one of my first. I think it was my first lucid dream. I was like, "This is fucking bonkers." And I was just flying around, like, dude. It's like how I could describe it is like that episode of South Park where Randy's like a butterfly or whatever.
What happened to that one?
He just like, nah, Stan, I'm gonna fuck off. I'm gonna go get some butterfly poon. Like he's just like, oh, he's just like having the time of his life. It's just like, dude, I don't know. The flying dreams are amazing.
They are.
Like the hardest ones to wake up from. Like I wake up and I'm like, no. Oh, bananas.
Yeah.
I think that very soon they're gonna have technology where they'll be able to see what you're dreaming.
That would be cool.
Like what? Like once Elon's in there, dude. Once you get the chip, dude, he's gonna have fucking projector screen of exactly what you're seeing in your subconscious.
That would be pretty awesome. That's a great idea for a movie.
Yeah,
Green projectors.
dude, that would be a sick movie. Like a movie where this guy just discovers that there's got to be a movie like that already.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
But
Requiem? Requiem for Dream?
No, that's a very
Inception.
Yeah, that would have to be. And then he finds out that the guy who invented the dream projection system is just using it to take other people's ideas and make them his own.
See, I was gonna go a different direction. It was gonna be a porno. No. No. But what is it? The architect guy from Matrix or whatever with all the screens. It's just a guy.
Weird.
It's just a guy who has all these screens, and it's just people's dreams. Like he's got them. I've seen this somewhere. This has been done.
Has to be.
But it'd be fun. It'd be funny if there was just a piece of shit. Like instead of there being like some crazy mastermind with an evil thing, it was just a piece of shit just trying to like kill time. And just like just like find something, and then he's got to rise to action and save somebody or something. I don't know. This is an elevator pitch. If any Hollywood producers are
If anybody's listening, hit us up. Give us $1 million. I've heard that's a great one. If you're into it. Yeah, it sounds great. Everyone who I've talked to who's ever seen that before has been, enjoyed it, liked it. Oh. I don't have to think about this. Very true. What a deep thought. You guys trying to make some pizza?
I'm down for pizza. I filled up on the cheesy pizza, the little cheesy dippers
The
there.
cheesy dipper, so that's okay. I'll just show. I'll do a little tutorial for the audience here, so you guys can know how to make a pro pizza in your home. I'm pretty much all set and ready to go. Whatever were you gonna say? Ooh, what a question.
DeFazio's, I'm on DeFazio's. train.
Yeah, I've got so. If you're looking for, it depends on what kind of pizza you like.
What did you
What,
say to them? Let's start there.
Yeah, that's good advice. Just go local with it.
Yo, I had pizza from it was Elbow Room to Go in Latham. Yeah, and yeah, so they expanded, and the pizza came like everything just came. It was good once I heated it up, but I called them up. I was like, "Hey guys, like what the fuck is this?" You know, I called them up and I was like, "Listen, I'm not trying to get free food. I'm just trying to give you guys some help here. Get hot bags or something. Leave it on the on top of the oven. You know, just something so it's hot at least." But like after like the next day, it was like it was good cold pizza, you know. But like like I hated it. I was mad. It was just, anytime somebody did I say this to you guys already? Anytime somebody shows up with just the box at the door, I'm like fucking amateur. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the worst sign. It's like how many orders did you just take in this run?
Right.
You know?
It's a lot. Ooh, it's a sin. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never ever ever order mozzarella sticks because they never come with the cheese stringy. You know, when you bite into that motherfucker. What you gotta do is you gotta throw them in the air fryer. But yeah, I definitely gotta.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Sorry.
It would be cool. Like I know that delivery oven never got off the ground there, but that was a
Yeah,
cool
the
idea.
Domino's, the deliverable oven. But yeah, my answer to the question would be it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for the best pizza place, if you're looking for a nice New York style slice, DeFazio's is where it's at. If you're looking for a nice like deep dish type style pizza, Kay's Pizza in Averill Park is legit. Or if you're looking for like a Neapolitan type slice, I know me and Ed were having a little bit of a debate before the pod, but Cafe Capriccio has pretty good. It's pretty good Neapolitan slice. Yeah, but I'm going to show you how to make pizza as good as any right here in your own home. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your pizza stone heating up before you do this. You want it heating in the oven for about an hour at the hottest temperature your oven goes at. Most ovens, it's 500, 550, something like that. You're going to want that going for a long time to really heat that stone up, guys. It's a very important part. You want it very heated. As far as dough goes, you could look up a dough recipe online. I'm not going to delve into that right now. Or you could just get, most grocery stores have perfectly fine dough. The key is you don't want to let it go in your in your refrigerator for more than 1 or 2 days, because then it'll and it's called proofing, so it'll get soupy and hard to deal with. But anyway, I made my own doughs right here, homemade for you guys, so you can see the process here. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to you want to have all of your ingredients all ready to go right in front of you, because when you're stretching a home pizza, if you're going to do it on a stone here, you don't want to let it sit for a very long time, because then it'll stick to the peel and it won't come off. You'll have trouble sliding that into the oven there. We got comments here.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, no, I was just thinking like it'd be so much fun to like. You gotta Anthony Bourdain this podcast. You know what I mean? We gotta take this like abroad, and then just like, well, I mean, survive and stuff like that. But like, not like. I just think it'd be. This is a cooking show. What stuff is a cooking show? We out here, dude.
It is. It is. Hang on, I just lost one part. So basically, what you're going to do is, like I said, you want to have everything in front of you ready to go. I'm just going to go grab one more thing. Well, Ed fills this in here in 2 seconds.
So, as long as he's clumsy, I'm fine with it. I'm sorry.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Got the cord wrapped around my foot for the headphones. That's a little physical comedy for you guys there. But anyway, moving on from that disaster, what you're going to do is you're going to take your dough and you're going to kind of just flatten it out with your fingers here. Make sure it's room temperature. You don't want to be going out with a really cold dough, because then it won't cook correctly in the oven here. And then you're going to kind of pick it up and work it around, kind of stretching it with your hands. Letting it kind of, let your gravity kind of do the work here with your dough. That's the whole thing. You want it to be, you want to use your hands when it's kind of flat to press it out, and make sure that you don't have any lumps. You're going to use your hands flat to press it and feel for the lumps. Make sure it's evenly spread.
You can give it a couple good spanks too,
Yeah, exactly. Give it a few, show it who's boss. Another popular technique is, take your knuckles and kind of spread the dough out with your knuckles like this. And then once it gets kind of stretched out a little bit more, gravity will do the work and kind of stretch it out a little bit. But yeah, you want it to be about, for me, this one here, we're doing about a 12-inch dough, 10 to 12 inches. It's going to be the size of your paddle.
Size isn't as important as flavor.
Exactly. That's right, Ed. Very, very true.
So don't overstretch it,
Exactly.
Try and impress the ladies.
Exactly. I don't know if you can see it from here, but you can kind of see through the bottom of the dough. You want it pretty thin there. And you're going to lay it out so it's shape isn't as important as you would think. People get obsessed with it being perfectly round. It doesn't have to be.
There could be a couple bends here and there.
A couple bends here
and there.
Couple veins.
Gotta be perfect. Look at this. Look at this. He's got it in. This is a blender bottle. What is that?
Yeah, this is a Ninja blender bottle. But yeah, imperfections. Some people like imperfections. They prefer it. So yeah, the key when making a good pizza is you don't want to over top here. So I got my my sauce. Like I said, very simple. Just get some really good DOP canned tomatoes.
Is a death sentence.
I would say for the home chef that tries cooking pizzas at home and isn't really too experienced, that's the number one thing that happens.
Tell that to Frankie Lava Cakes. The fucking. Sometimes, okay, if you're making like sometimes it works, but you gotta have the golden ratio there,
Yeah.
And like So Frank would overtop this pizza, but then he'd just put another layer of dough. So like the ratio just stayed on point, you know?
Hmm.
So there'd be
Yeah,
like
exactly.
there was like a crunch wrap type pizza. It was wild. Alfredo.
Yeah, shout out to Frankie here.
Frankie Alfredo.
Uh, so we've got now I would like to shout out not a sponsor but Cardona's has some of the best mozzarella in the area. So what we're using on this pizza here is you want to get yourself a we're using two different types of mozzarella. We're using a low moisture mozzarella. Try to never buy shredded, pre-shredded mozzarella. It's more expensive and it has additives and preservatives that'll make it taste way worse than if you get a fresh block and grate it yourself. It won't take too much longer. You'll be happy that you did it. So you want to use a low moisture mozz, which is the one that I shredded here, and you're going to use your other fresh mozzarella, which is the chunks that I just put on. Because if you use a regular whole milk fresh mozzarella, it's going to be too soupy and it's going to be like very too much moisture on the pizza. So it's not going to have that. It's going to be way too wet on top here, basically.
Some people like it a little wet.
Some people do like it a little wet, and that's up to your preference. Play around with it. Have fun. That's my main advice with this whole thing here. Just have fun.
Just
Yeah.
have fun with it.
Cooking?
Dude,
Oh, never mind.
I love I'm an unconventional cook. Like I'll put shit that doesn't normally go together and then just be like, and then send it down. I don't know. I like to experiment a lot.
Right. Which is good. You want to experiment. So basically, you want to have, before I stretch it out, I should have said you want to have a good amount of semolina flour or cornmeal on the bottom of the peel here.
Which one did you go with?
I went with semolina flour. Semolina flour is more of a coarse grain; it's not so fine, so it works as kind of ball bearings underneath the paddle here. The other thing you want to do, yeah, exactly, it's going to slide the pizza right on your stone. You want to slide right on there.
Right on.
So you also want to just pick it up, give it kind of a bit of a shake, make sure it's not sticking, because if it's sticking too much, you're going to have a bad time. It's going to hit the bottom of your oven, going to burn up, cause a fire.
You're gonna have a bad time.
You're going to have a bad time. You don't want to do that. So this pizza is going to go on the stone. It's been heating up, like I said, hot as your oven can go for about an hour. It's going to go 3.5 minutes. Then you're going to give it a bit of a turn. And then it's going to go 2.5 minutes, and you're all set. So I'm going to go throw this in the oven. We'll show you the finished product in just a minute
here. We're going pizza. No French fries. All pizza. Yeah. Did you see the pandemic special ones? Bro, what are you doing? It's on Watch Cartoon, bro. Watch it. It's mad good. I believe so. I think so. It's Paramount Plus. Paramount Plus is off the charts, though. I might keep it. Paramount Plus?
Now, as you guys can see there, my technique with sitting down and getting back up was to not have the headphone cord wrapped around your ankle. Because when you get up, then it will cause quite a ruckus and it will disrupt everything and possibly cause damage to your equipment. That's just a tip for podcasters. Okay. Let's hear it.
Thanks.
I've never seen a less than 10. I've watched multiple of Gordon Ramsay's the shows and cooking videos, but never less than 10. What's that? Wow.
Grilled cheese? Does he do grilled cheese? Did you see the grilled cheese one? Did you see the one where he makes a grilled cheese?
In the fireplace?
Yeah. He makes legitimately the worst grilled cheese that I've ever seen anybody make ever.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Dude, he doesn't. The cheese isn't even melted. That's like the one thing. And then like he like realized it. Like I feel like he must have known. He's nah, we're doing one take. And he just fucking pulls it out and pretends to enjoy this not even gooey, fucking cold, soft, fucking terrible grilled cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I have learned a lot of good techniques from Gordon Ramsay. Like a lot of Gordon Ramsay recipes I've made have been fire. Like I think I've said before on the podcast, with Thanksgiving turkey, you want to make the lemon butter and put it under the skin, but above the meat. Like that's something I learned from Gordon Ramsay, and that slaps. To use the young person's term. Yeah.
Crispy. Yeah. I love there's this episode, I don't remember what it must have been Master Chef or something like that. And he cooked a lobster for somebody, right? And then what he did was, and this is I'd never seen this ever before. Like usually you just get the tail, the claws, and then like little bit of I don't know. But he rolled out with a pin. He rolled out the legs of the lobster, and he rebuilt the lobster without the shell, and like put like some herbs on it and shit, and just like plated it and served it with like a little drip of like melted butter, and it just looked so man. Yeah, I saw that, and then I tried to do it. It's like he made it look way easier
The drip.
than it actually is. What?
The drip.
What?
You said he just put a little drip of butter on there.
No. I was talking about how Gordon Ramsay fucking he basically. Did you see him make the lobster?
Yeah.
Okay, you know how he like takes a rolling pin and he rolls out each little individual piece and leg, and then just rebuilds it on a plate and like fucking dude, it's bananas. Did you ever try and do that?
I don't have much experience. I mean, I've cooked lobster before. I don't think I've ever done a whole lobster and tried to plate it like that though. That is how I try and do my my T-bone steaks though.
Gordon Ramsay's?
Well, no, you rebuild it on the plate. So when you cut the steak into slices and then you reconstitute it against the bones for plating, so it looks like the steak is still full, but it's cut into slices, so you can just grab a piece and have that be your slice. Right. You cook it, slice it, cut it into slices, and then put it back so it looks like it's still on the bone, but it's not. And then so it just looks fancy. Maybe put a little bit of garlic or butter on there so the plating looks delicious.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh. Ooh. I would imagine since it's a flank steak too, you know, since flank steaks are a bit of a tougher cut, it wouldn't hurt it too much to be a little bit more cooked than you would normally would. It would probably just render a little bit more of the fat out, and you know, yeah.
I've been getting big into steaks lately. Big steak guy. So like I'll scoop whatever's on sale and I'll just like I've been following these these big meat guys on Instagram. Well, no, it's like this guy like he'll just cook a different type of steak like every week and like prepare it a different way, and sometimes he'll do fish and shit like that. And he'll always just break down how he does it in, like little clips of like it must be like 40 seconds or something like that. And like I don't know, it's just like I'm like, oh, that looks mad good, and then I try it, but it's like I wasn't doing the like I wasn't pan basting for like a while, and then I started doing it. It just makes a huge difference, you know. And I wasn't using that much butter either, so like my steaks were coming out a little bit drier, and like yeah. So like what I used to do too is oh wow, look at this. Camera eats first. The camera always eats first. But yeah. What the fuck was a?
Sorry, I derailed everything.
No, you didn't. Stop.
So yeah, when you cut it, you want to take it out of there, and I just go with a nice six cut. Depends on how big your pizza is, how big you like the slices, but yeah, if you prep everything beforehand, it doesn't take too much time to just whip up your own delicious homemade pizza.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, we'll dig in here in just a second. Let's give it a second.
You know what we should do is you know how that that douchebag Dave Portnoy had like his own like you can buy his pizzas frozen, and like you can we should do butt stuffed frozen pizzas.
Butt stuffed pizzas.
Butt stuffed crust.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's a great idea. That's gonna be the kicker. Yeah. And then we can do, yeah, like a stuffed pizza type, like one of those with the dough on the top and the bottom.
Yep.
So you have it in the middle there. Yeah, we'll come out with our whole line of cooking, butt stuff cooking.
We'll plagiarize from other cookbooks.
Yeah.
Make our own cookbook.
Exactly.
We should.
We should.
I got Jim's cracker egg specials. I've been making a lot of weird oatmeals lately.
The butt stuff weird oatmeal cookbook. Weird. That is hilarious.
I don't know. I like trying to mix it up. Sometimes it gets too chewy, like dates and fucking.
See, I like a little chew in my oatmeal.
Yeah, but
it's a good juxtaposition.
That fucked up the ratio. I had like craisins, raisins, like goddamn dates, walnuts, and then like a tiny teaspoon of syrup, and I was just like, I need more oat now.
So you're basically just eating a trail mix with no chocolate.
Yeah, I guess. Well,
Buying whole chickens is the way to do it.
Dude. Dude, you know what we do is like as long like what I did the other day anyway, when I cooked a steak, I only use salt and pepper because I usually use like garlic and onion powder and shit like that, and like crazy other seasonings, and like I'll do like garlic butter over it. But like I didn't, so that way like all the like weird pieces, obviously not the bones, like all the like gristly and like chewy pieces, and like some like any leftovers I just give to the dogs, dude. It was like the best day ever for them.
Yeah, there you go. They'd love that.
Dude, I cook meals for like the pets now.
That's great.
Look at that. That's beautiful. Cheers.
Slice. Cheers. We know Flanders.
Wow. Wow.
That's true. For all of our listeners who haven't seen The Simpsons, go check it out. Great show. Really. Really. Yeah, or the thing in Boston where they had the and just got a hot cheese pull there from that. That's the problem with the fresh Mott's is it's delicious, but it comes off in a big
This
slice.
pizza's terrible because it hurt me. No, I'm just kidding. It's really good.
But in Boston, when the Moon and they someone put up for Aqua Teen Hunger Force like a light bright with the two of the characters, the Moonanites, and everyone's like, "There's a nuclear bomb in downtown." Someone's like, "No, it's a light bright." It was, yeah. I mean, those are the three most interesting categories of things. What kind of rare fish in Ohio waters? The very rare silver greenfish. They got darters?
Dude, I'm a big fan too.
Hannaford sushi. Mhm. Szechuan stir fry? It sounds delicious, but
We keep
it's
it honest
not.
here over at Butt Stuff. Stay
Yeah.
away from that.
Yeah.
We're telling
Hey, we gotta
people
give
because
the
we want them to get better.
We gotta give our honest opinions here, or else people's not gonna trust us. You know, you don't want to. We don't want to be given bad recommendations. If we
So-
do that, we'll throw it out, and then people will be like, "Hey, you told me to try this. This wasn't good."
So, long before Butt Stuff was ever a thing, DJ and Jim in their childhood, in their youth, used to review toilet seats or bathrooms.
That was more of Jim's thing. Jim Perry, bathroom critic, was. I found a few.
I think we
entries
should
on
bring
that
this
the
back.
blog.
I think we should bring this back. I think Jim should. I think you should just like we should do like a bathroom review podcast.
I have to say. I do have to say, I don't think that's a phrase that's ever been uttered before. Is I gotta go to more public bathrooms. I do have to say, I went to Iron Gate a few weeks ago, and I was with a few people that were they were talking about the bathroom, and they're just like, "Dude, I'm telling you, man, you gotta like
You
you'll
gotta
go
take
in
a
there.
dump in there, bro. Check it out.
It's gonna be dark, but you're gonna be like, you know, you'll find the light, and then it'll it'll be good once you find the light." And then that evolved into a discussion about weird fetishes about going to dark bathrooms. But anyway, I brought up the idea of Jim Perry bathroom critic, and people were raving. They loved it. They
Yeah.
were like, "This is $1 million idea." You know you're going to a bathroom where people care about their customers' hands.
Yes, dude. I also think that it would just be like an awesome like think of like how Dave Portnoy does the pizza thing, like that we could do that but for bathrooms. And that's like something that everybody can do. Like, you know, in the capital region, you could save a lot of people. Like you could be the go-to for where to poo in the capital region.
Yeah.
Like think like no, yeah. Dude, how was that library bathroom though? That was pretty solid, right? I think it was yeah. There's like room. There's like 20 stalls. Nobody's ever in there. Maybe there's one pisser at the urinals. Solitude and just silent. Cause yeah, I don't know, dude. It's like having an important rest stop on a long road trip. You know what I mean? You always have your favorite rest stop if you make the trip. You know?
Very, very true. Very true.
Who hurt you? Oh,
That's funny.
I wonder who started that. Who's just like go hang out in the bathroom, give people shit.
It's probably, I imagine, it's something that started with like really fancy like hotels or restaurants.
I know, but I'm saying like who decided that was fancy? Oh,
Yeah,
we'll
exactly.
have somebody help you.
Like put somebody in there, be like, what good would that do? Put them in a tuxedo. Oh, now that's classy. Man in a tuxedo standing in the corner of the bathroom watching people make.
Pee.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on an hour here.
Yeah, coming up on an hour. Let me get some intro music here.
DJ, is this recipe going to be available if any of the fans would like to make the pizza here?
Well, yeah, we'll make it available.
Check it. Check it in the link.
It's the
link.
The link down there.
Down. Up. Yeah.
Yeah. Check the link. But anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. This has been a broadcast of the Butt Stuff podcast. We're a homegrown podcast here. Check us out on Spotify. It depends on where you're listening. If you go to our Instagram, you can click our link, see our link tree, bring in all the other places that you want to listen to. YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah, do more home cooking too. It doesn't take much effort to make yourself a delicious, delicious homemade pizza here. And I can't express that enough.
Thank you for listening. See you next week.